Welcome back to the Freak Show, everybody. I'm Devin Eisert, and I have a special guest today. Some people know him as the Tito Bandito, and for myself, I know him as Michael. So, Michael, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. So, people, today's a special episode. We actually get to dive down into some fun stories, and we're going to be talking about girls, but we're going to be talking about everyone's favorite girls. Goth Girls. So, Michael, I want you to take it away. Tell me the most memorable moment you've had with a goth girl recently. Remember you were telling me something about the Waffle House, the one that got away, the Great White Buffalo?
Yeah. No, so there's a better one. So that one was the one that stood me up at Texas
Oh, yeah,
Roadhouse.
we got to hear that one first.
All right. So, go on Bumble and, it's basically it's like the NFL draft. You're kind of like, seeing all the future linebackers and whatnot. But this girl matches with me on Bumble, and her opening line was great, right? She was her opening line was, "Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?" And that's when I knew. I was like, all right, definitely this is the one. She's about like my height, like a fully blacked out sleeve and whatnot. And just like your typical like TikTok goth girl, that was her. And she worked as a crime scene cleaner. So I was like, oh man, this is great. So anyways, we chatted and whatnot, but like long story short, like I ended up doing my taxes, and I was like, hey, like after I do my taxes, like let's go meet up at Texas Roadhouse and have dinner and whatnot and go from there. And she just ghosted me. I was like, man, because like I called her just to make sure, and then like she had like the Google phone number, and it said, oh, this Google user's number's been disconnected or something. I was like, oh man.
Damn.
So I did a Google search, and I was like, she blocked me. I was like, I think it's also because she found out I was military too, so that's why. That was the first one. We got to roll back the clock for the second one. This is when I was overseas, and we were at an establishment, and I'm with my friends and whatnot, and being the Tito Bandito, I found the one establishment in the country that actually had Tito's. So I had my vodka Red Bull, and I see this goth chick, and I'm like, oh my god, these exist over here. So I go up to her and I introduce myself, right? I didn't know if she spoke English or not. I ended up speaking English, like English, like British English. And I was just in love with her. Like, that little like video of like the Lego Batman, just like, in the song, yeah, that was me. And yeah, oh man, I'm telling you, like I followed her around like a lost puppy dog the entire night. And then like, things were going great. I was about to seal the deal and everything. And I was with my buddy, and he was going through a divorce, and he ended up like blurting out to this group of girls that was like close to us that were all in the military. She then looked at me, slapped me, and spit on me, and walked away.
Damn.
And I was like, joke's on you. I'm into that.
Yeah.
So honestly, like, hey, it was a win-win. But those are like the two experiences I've had that are like memorable to me.
Yeah. So I remember that time when you were supposed to meet up with that one, because we were gaming, all of us on Discord, and you're like, hey, like I'm not gonna be on this evening. We're like, all right, hey man, at least you did the decency and gave us a heads up and telling us that you're going out with at least a goth girl. And then no shit, we were like, yo, I wonder how Michael's doing right now. You jump on Discord and we're like, damn, that was a quick date. I wonder what happened. And then you just straight up said like, boys, I got straight ghosted. And we're like, well, welcome to the clan, buddy. We're gonna just jump on Battlefield. We're gonna game for a little bit. Yeah. So speaking of the goth girls, I went down with a coworker down to El Paso, Texas, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, you know what? I am going to see if I can find myself a big booty Latina goth girl. And the other guy that I was with, he was just like, yo, those are so incredibly rare. Like you type in Google, you can maybe find a couple pictures. They're rare. So we ended up going to El Paso. I was doing work down there, and in the evenings and everything, we'd travel out and go to the bars and to the breweries, and we were in downtown, like right on the edge of Juarez. I was bouncing from bar to bar, didn't find a single one. I didn't find a single one. I was just like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like it's kind of like, I don't know. The best way I could describe it is like, think of it like Fallout when you're like trying to find like that one piece of like loot. It just spawns randomly. Like there's no like secret area that they all like spawn in or something like that. Especially the Latino ones.
Yeah,
because like the Latino ones are like most Latino girls that I have, being from Miami, they're all religious in some sort of way, So obviously, like that kind of stuff doesn't, attract them. But then you have five like your onesies and twosies, and you're like, oh man, it's like, and that's like finding, a gold bar. Like you're like, oh, I gotta hold on to this.
Yeah, that's literally how it is, because I grew up a little bit north of San Francisco, and the whole kind of grunge, the grunge look is a little bit more popular up there than it is definitely down here in the South, in the Phoenix City, Columbus area. It is nothing but trailer trash, cousin lovers, and a bunch of ding dongs. It's just like there's no set thing. It's just a lot of
and same thing here, because like I'm over here in Clarksville, but like Nashville's an hour away. So I'll go to Nashville and we go to Broadway, and all you see is like the girls like coming down on spring break and stuff like that. And it's just a bunch of girls who've never worn boots in their life. They're wearing the white boots that haven't been broken in, obviously. The little pink cowboy hats, and oh my god, I hope you're running the Morgan Wallen. And I'm like, yeah, man.
Get like, on hey, you. Can you buy me and my fucking 10 friends a beer? And you're like, oh my god.
No. If I had if I was able to take a shot for every like Prius or like Nissan Altima that I've seen like in the Nashville area that has like a little like, oh, it's my friend's birthday, buy her a shot in their Venmo, I think I'd still be drunk tonight and like for the next couple of nights for the next like year or so. And I boiled it down to a science. Like Nashville is literally Miami, but for like country people. Best way I could describe it.
Yeah, and we're actually going to meet up in Nashville here in a few months, probably midsummer here. I'm going to be busy for the next couple months, and then I know you're busy with work. I'm busy with work, but it'll be a good time there.
Yeah, but for sure.
I want to wrap up the podcast, so if you made it this far, just know the finding yourself a big booty Latina goth girl is probably close to none. I believe the goth girls that everybody wants it's just a show on the social media sites, because it's so rare to find them. Like the second I see one now in public, I literally just go up and just say hi, just so I can experience that moment in my life.
It's like Bigfoot, it's like you hear about it, but you never seen it.
Yep, exactly. So it sums up a big booty Latina goth girl. And I want to thank Michael. Thank you for coming by, and
thanks for everybody. Having me. Appreciate it.
Stay tuned for the next episode.